So Elmesia straight up says this: if you go to Lubelius, you're going to get ensnared. That's the warning she gives to Demon Lord Leon. But Leon is a Demon Lord after all. He drops a nuke of a info that she kind able to take it. I mean, look at this panel. This is the face made by the Elmesia. And that's kind of crazy when you think about who Elmesia actually is. She's the queen of the Thalian dynasty of sorcerers, and pretty much everyone agrees she's the oldest and wisest elf alive in Tensura. So when someone like her says something like that, you pay attention. 'Cause in chapter 138, we start seeing something you would never want to miss. So let's shift gears and look at the actual chapter 138. It starts off deceptively calm given how heavy the context is. We start this scene in the Sorceress Dynasty, immediately establishing the long-standing dynamic between Elmesia and Leon. It's a classic contrast, really. Elmesia is relaxed and playful, using her position to tease Leon about his hero past and his stoic nature, while Leon is practically vibrating with impatience. The scene emphasizes just how single-minded Leon is right now. He has zero tolerance for small talk or pleasantries, forcing the conversation toward business, or should I say children, despite Elmesia's attempts to lighten the mood. But Elmesia is so good at this kind of mind games, and in the next panel we saw she's acting like a sweet grandma offering snacks, but she's actually totally cornering a demon lord. Note how Elmesia uses her casual demeanor as a tool for control in this negotiation. Even as the scene shifts to what looks like a casual tea break, the power dynamic is entirely in Elmesia's favor. She uses the hospitality, offering treats and tea as a cover to disarm him, before dropping the real hammer on his face, then leaving the hammer on his face for eternity.
In the next panel, we see that she reveals she knows exactly why he's so stressed and why he come to Thalion. She's aware of Leon's interest in the children Rimuru was protecting, and now this scene may look simple at first, but what Elmesia is saying is diabolical. In the next panel, we see, whoa, this is a crucial character moment for Leon. The usually unflappable demon lord is so rattled by her accuracy that he nearly upends the furniture. It shows us that when it comes to this specific topic, or should I say Chloe, his cool facade completely crumbles. And then, seeing Leon actually panic, that is wild. It really sells just how obsessed he is with finding Chloe. This is a pivotal moment for Leon's characterization. The fact that he almost breaks the room shows us that his stoicism is just a mask for desperation. I gotta point out the significance of seeing a top-tier demon lord lose his composure so easily. Once Elmesia confirms that the Chloe Leon has been searching for is indeed among the children, the conversation turns into a deconstruction of Leon's personality. Elmesia stops teasing and cuts deep, psychoanalyzing him to his face. She points out that his tendency to bear burdens alone and his refusal to communicate are exactly why he faced mistrust in the past, specifically citing his history with Shizue. It's a harsh dose of reality that clearly shakes him, serving the narrative purpose of highlighting Leon's fatal flaw, his inability to trust others with his true intentions. Man, she is roasting him. She's basically looking him in the eye and saying, "This is why nobody likes you," and she's not wrong. Elmesia draws a direct line between his current problems and his past with Shizue, highlighting his communication issues, and she is effectively diagnosing his fatal flaw here. Leon's isolationism isn't a strength, it's the specific reason history keeps repeating itself for him. Leon eventually pivots to the strategic situation, admitting he's willing to sacrifice his reputation to achieve his goal. The two of them break down the current political landscape, deducing that the events in Lubelius are a trap designed to force a conflict between Leon and Rimuru. We get a display of Elmesia's intellect here as she swiftly rules out certain suspects like Luminous based on treaties, while pinpointing the Rozo family as the chaotic element destabilizing the region. We get a great look at the geopolitical chessboard here. Elmesia deduces that the chaos isn't coming from other demon lords, but from a third party meddling in the middle.
My head spins thinking about all these treaties. The Razos are basically trying to trick two superpowers into fighting each other. This highlights Elmesia's strategic mind. She correctly isolates the Razos as the variable, separating their actions from the standard demon lord politics. We should discuss how this exchange illustrates the complex web of treaties and hidden players in Tensura. The stakes escalate when the discussion moves to the northern borders. The threat isn't just the Razos, but the potential reaction from Guy Crimson's forces if the defenses fail. Elmesia tries to maneuver Leon into handling Guy, but we see a rare moment of panic from Leon. He wants absolutely no part of a diplomatic disaster with Guy right now. It humanizes him a bit, showing that even demon lords have people they'd rather avoid. They strike a deal where Elmesia covers the defense, so Leon can focus on his personal mission. This puts the Razo threat in perspective. Leon can handle a trap, but he absolutely cannot afford a misunderstanding with Guy Crimson right now. You can see the pure dread on Leon's face. He's a demon lord, but he wants zero part of a conversation with Guy. This establishes the hierarchy of fear in this world. Even amongst the powerful, Guy Crimson represents a ceiling that no one wants to touch. We can emphasize the danger Guy Crimson represents compared to the traps in Lubellius. As the scene wraps up with Elmesia arranging Leon's transport, we get a final affirmation of his resolve. She warns him that he is walking directly into a trap, and his acknowledgement confirms that he doesn't care. He's committed regardless of the risk. However, the chapter ends on a fantastic reversal. After enduring Elmesia's teasing and lectures the entire time, Leon drops a massive piece of intelligence about a missing Primordial right before he departs. Seeing the composed Empress finally lose her cool gives Leon a satisfying gotcha moment, allowing him to leave with the upper hand. That felt good. After all that teasing, Leon drops a bomb about the Primordial and just walks out. This restores Leon's agency. He exits not as a scolded child, but as a demon lord who knows things even the Empress doesn't. We have to react to the irony of Elmesia being the one left stunned after lecturing Leon on composure. And I guess that is exactly what makes this meeting so good. Like, on the surface, you look at it and it's just two ancient powerhouses talking politics over tea. But underneath all that, this chapter is like quietly reshuffling the board. You see Leon walk in as the desperate demon lord. He's willing to burn his own reputation, but he walks out as someone who has cards even Elmesia didn't see coming. That last reveal, the one about the Primordial, isn't just a flex. It's actually a reminder that Leon isn't reckless. He's informed. He knows the trap, and he's stepping right into it anyway. At the same time, though, Elmesia proves why she's so dangerous. She doesn't raise her voice or anything. She doesn't threaten. She just dissects people. She controls the flow of information, and she wins by understanding everyone better than they understand themselves. The fact that even she gets shaken at the end, that tells you how big this revelation really is. There is still lots more in chapter 138 than you first understand it, so if you want part 2 where I cover the second half of chapter 138, you can comment below part 2. And with that, you can watch one of these ones on the screen that you can see right here.